Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. So without further ado, let's get to the topic of today, which is fleet climbs. So this is my free-to-play alt account, and I'm going to show how I'm progressing on both of my accounts. So we're going to start here. Now, currently I've got a 5-star Executor. So if we just we get here in time, I'm going to say it could be a slow load. Yeah, I've got a 5-star Executor, obviously Rally 8, Piet. We've got a Rally 5 boss gear, my face cam's in the way, but I will tell you it is Rally 5. Here we go, that should be better, there we go, R5. Here we go, if it'll load up. My Beskar armor Mando is only gear 13, he is not even Rally 1. So I've gone pretty low as far as investments here, but to be honest, I haven't really got a team for him, so I figure let's just leave him at gear 13 for now. And then Xanadu Blood Eye, I've got Rally 5 because I've got Jedi Master Kenobi. So this does work out quite well because Xanadu Blood is faster than Razor Crest. Now, there are ways to win with a faster Razor Crest, but I'm going to show you how I climb with my 5-star in mirror matches. So DarthCross, as you could see, was 5-star. So I am able to win some 7-star battles. It all depends on the opening salvo. However, I can win pretty much every time when it comes to a 5-star mirror. So, yep, we have the opening salvo. It doesn't matter which way it goes. We're going to just put the breach onto Houndstooth. Then we get the main AoE attack from the Executor. Xanadu Blood does its thing. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to do a cleanse and put it onto Razor Crest. This point we get a turn with Xanadu Blood. We're going to use the special, put the breach onto Xanadu Blood, and then call Razor Crest to assist, which causes a mark. At this point we're going to do the special with Razor Crest, target Xanadu Blood, it calls an assist, we can get rid of Xanadu Blood. Now in some ways this seems a little bit weird, as far as why would you not go for Razor Crest? Simple reason being, Razor Crest is tanky. It will take a lot to get Razor Crest down, so we're not rushing it. In fact, I've got Ebenork here. I wouldn't say Ebenork is mandatory for mirror matches, but it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, if you've got time, I would invest in it. But if you've got some Cantina farms going that you can't really cope with, you might be able to chug along without it. Alright, so at this point, we have got chaff on the board. Still, every one of our turns has still got it, but I'm going to just try and keep it going for as long as we can. So essentially, we're just resetting the cooldown of the buff expiring. So, go for the mass attack. Buff immunity there should mean we deal some nice damage. They, of course, get a cleanse in. Again, we'll call the special, call Razor Crest to assist. No other reason than it's an attacking bounty hunter. Now we're going to go over to Slave 1, and again we're going to do the special, call Xanadu to assist, and we get our contract. There are 2 contracts essentially, we've got the red one and the blue one. Blue first, then red. To be honest, right, at this level, it's not too difficult to trigger it as long as you play smart. There's, it gets trickier obviously when you've got more stars on the Executor because they deal more damage. Plus the heal from what is it called? We only need to keep them from escaping. It is a lot more potent. But at this point, it's very easy to speed past them. So, yeah. We get their Executor out. Just go for the Razor Crest, get it going. Double tap here. Remember, Xanadu Blood will give turn meter to a random ally, I believe it is, on a basic. So, it's worth using the basic more than the special, I would say. At least in this battle. Okay, we get a nice little counter attack from Slave 1. That's the main reason you bring Slave 1 in, for the counters. I find it really annoying, at least on defense. So we'll do that, get an ability block if we can. Anyone need healing up? I'm thinking for Grand Arena purposes here, I would go for Xanadu. Get some buff immunity. And let's call Xanadu to assist. Now, we would drop banners in Grand Arena if this was on offense, but I'll be honest, I tend to put mine on defense. So, yeah, you could probably stall a bit there if you wanted, especially with Houndstooth left. All you'd need to do is not use anything that would land buff immunity. So that's the first battle on this climb. Now, I'm going to do a refresh straight away here, because I want to show how it would go if I was using Finalizer against a 7-star fleet. So we'll do a quick refresh. Here we go. We've got Finalizer. It is a Relic 7 hooks, but I would not say that is mandatory. You should be able to do this with a Relic 5 hooks from the SLKR requirements. So the lineup we're doing, just for those of you who are looking at this and wondering, we've got Silencer for the damage. Command Shuttle is the ultimate support of this team. If Command Shuttle goes, it gets a lot sketchier. Echelon has made this counter so perfect. 7-star makes it a lot more reliable. You can do it at 6 and 5, but I've not seen it done at 4-star. And then the biggest one for me is Plo in this counter. So we'll play it, and then we'll show how it goes. So let me just have a sip of my coffee whilst it loads up. Okay, so with Finalizer, we will always take the first turn in this battle. So always put Hunted on Bosk. Simple reason being, it stops him gaining bonus turn meter, which is why he's such an annoying tank, because he takes turns out of the wazoo. So at this point, we're going to use this ability, Strike Team. We're going to put it onto Command Shuttle itself to give the team turn meter. We're also going to use the Mass Assist ability to deal some damage to Razorcrest. We don't expect to kill it, we just want to deal damage to it. So okay, we had a few hits there. At this point, we need to land an ability block on Houndstooth because it will take a turn next turn and it will taunt. So we're going to land the ability block. Then we're going to basic Xanadu Blood to get some damage. And because it can't taunt, it basicked. We're going to grant turn meter to the team again. And we're going to special. Xanadu Blood's out. This is now a cleanup at least. Okay. We're going basic Razorcrest. Now, a lot of people here would bring in Special Forces or Ebon Orc. I always bring in Plo. Simple reason being, we're dispelling all debuffs. If you can think of a ship that can cleanse debuffs like this, then I'm open to hearing what you would use. But I like this synergy, if you like. We get debuff cleanses, we get heal, plus first move we can grant turn meter. I find that's such a trifecta of things that make this team work well. So we used a basic on IG 2000, is it? Yep. So now we're going to grant a turn 2 Silencer. It will give it advantage, and it resets the cooldown of Overwhelming Advantage, which means we can nuke IG 2000. We're then going basic Razorcrest. Now next turn we're going to be, next turn Houndstooth will taunt, so we're not actually going to worry about Houndstooth, if we're going to be honest. Houndstooth has got to be killed, so we're not going to worry about it. That will come. We're going basic on Houndstooth with a capital shift. That will grant crit damage up to Silencer. At this point, we want to get rid of some of the protection up on Houndstooth. We can't get rid of it all, but there is a bit we can remove, so we're going to use the 4th special here, or the 3rd special. There we go, and we're going basic. Alright, we're going basic again, because we've got to hit it. So just keep going. Now this is the bit I don't like. I really don't like Slave 1 in these teams, because it always feels like it's going to get the contract off a bit quicker. Thankfully, Ebon Orc is here just in time. We're able to get rid of the Retribution and the Taunt there. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply some chaff, or some buff immunity I should say. The chaff's already on us, but we're going to just top it up. Now we have got crit damage up. Have we got advantage? No. So we're not going to use the special, we're just going to use a basic. And then we may as well use a basic because it'll call Silencer to assist, which should get rid of Houndstooth. There we go. The AoE will be wasted on Plo because he was marked. We use the turn meter move. We're going to use a basic again because Slave 1's got a lot of turn meter. Remember, if they've got more than 50% turn meter, Silencer will stun the target. If it's got less, it will gain advantage. I believe that's the way it goes. I'll double check that in a second. Here we go, yeah. So, stun them for 1 turn if they have more, otherwise gain advantage. Yeah. Just checking I was right. Okay, so we've just done a basic. We've got the first load of health off Razorcrest because it's now gone through reinforced hull. So a special should nuke it. There we go. So hopefully I explained that. When I'm trying to explain it and play it, it's a little bit tricky because I'm seeing the countdown timer as well. But honestly, it's a very smooth counter. The only time it gets sketchy is when you're facing Relic 9 fleets. And it's not necessarily the Relic 9s. Usually with Relic 9 fleets, and I'm trying to see if I've got an opponent here who can demonstrate it. Unfortunately, number 7 is hiding from me. A bit of a scoundrel here he is. So, Scoundrel here, you can't see it. R8. I thought we got an R9. Alright, the one I always go to, Rose. Rose has got a very chunky fleet. So, you can't see it, but it is an R9 Executor. And yeah, we've got an R8 Cab Bane. And then we've also got an R9 Bosk. Yep, R9. All 16 mods. And then finally, we've got an R8 Razor Crest. Again, not all 6E, but, you know, I think it would probably work well for him. I don't think he'd be getting 2 meter discrepancies there. So it's a very fast fleet. And it's not just that, but when you combine the R9 on Piet, it means the AoE that the Executor does deals massive damage. So in that opening salvo, Echelon needs to survive. And what will happen is sometimes Echelon will just not survive that with R9 and R8 tunes, or R9, R8 ships. So unless you want to take your First Order Officer to Relic 7 or 8 just to counter that possibility, I wouldn't advise... I wouldn't worry too much about it, because yes, sometimes you will get nuked, you will lose a battle, but other times you'll survive. So it's the only element of RNG in it, really. There's obviously still dodge chance, and that is really annoying because you can get a kill shot that is just dodged. So that can throw the turn order out completely. But when everything goes how it should, it's a very smooth and clean counter. All right, so I have shown Executor versus Executor at 5-star. I've shown Finalizer versus Executor both at 7-star. So I'm going to just load up my main account and I'm going to show a mirror match for a 7-star Executor. Okay, so I did say an Executor versus Executor, but what we've got on my main is an Executor versus Profundity. So I would like to showcase that because obviously Profundity is the new shiny toy. I'm hoping to get one soon. But yeah, just for heads up, we've got R7 on Han. Again, it's just outside, so let's click on Han. There we go. We've got R6 on Chewie, as you can see down the bottom. If we go to the Y-Wing, 7-star, we don't need to click on that. And Outrider, it's only R7. We have got the Omicron, we've got Zeta, but it's not R8. So I will take that. I'd be amazed if anyone went for R9 dash. Alright, so I'm going to take a KEPHLEX, and then we're going to do a climb against Betongkeps. So let's do it. So, same type of lineup, the only difference is I've also got TIE Bomber in here because it's 7-star and can afford it. So yeah, let's get into it. And I'm going to have a drink again. If you watch my stream, I'm always trying to drink something. Okay, so Profundity, it likes to go first and it likes to hit hard. So that was actually quite friendly. I have lost all stacks of reinforced hull sometimes, so yeah, that was quite friendly. Alright, so let's cleanse all that. And what we're going to do, we're going to use the special and we're going to mark Outrider. Well, we're going to try and mark Outrider. I'm not sure if we can. No, it's going to cleanse it because, of course, that's what it would do. We landed too many debuffs. So let's just call an assist. Let's see if we can deal some damage to it at least. Oh, even better, we got it out. Lovely. Not always a guarantee that. Now, remember, when I apply Breach, I will clear debuffs on myself, so I can afford to just land my taunt. So that is brilliant. Okay, so a load of stuff going on there when Biggs comes in. What we're going to do, we're going to bring in... who shall we bring in? Let's go for Slave 1. We haven't got worried too much about target lock like we would with Executor Mirror, so we'll just do a basic there. We can ignore taunt with Razor Crest, so we're going to put a mark on Han and double tap. We got our contract, nice. There'll be a counter from Slave 1 there. And we can just keep going on Han a minute. Oh, okay, so we have got a mark on Xanadu Blood, that is not nice. But we'll cope. And let's just get rid of Han. There we go, so they got no damage now. So with that in mind, Let's call Slave 1 to assist. There we go, we've got the perma contract, the red contract. Again, we'll call an assist from Slave 1. And yeah, they're pretty much dead in the water. I mean, I imagine at 7-star they will still find it quite easy against me. It's all about how the AI plays. But I'm actually quite happy with this. I think, alright, I would much prefer this match compared to an Executor mirror. But yeah, pretty comfortable. So yeah, Ghost is dead in the water. Nice and easy. Could have even stalled, I think, there. Or maybe, anyway. Maybe I could have stalled my ult. But anyway, one battle, we got the Profundity down. Just for the record, 6-star with Rayman there, it's a bit easier. I wouldn't say it's like light years easier, but it's still not a difficult battle. The key thing you want to do with Profundity matches is you want to just go for Outrider straight away. Just get the Outrider out and then try and focus in on the Horn if you can. If not, go for the Y-Wing. I believe that there is this thing with if you try and use Geonosians and Malevolence, you have to go for the Y-Wing to start. But I'm not comfortable with that counter yet, so I don't need to use it, so I'm not going to use it. But if ever Profundity gains a meta, I will have to try and adapt a bit. Anyway, I believe I've got a battle on Crimson, so let me just load Crimson up, or bring it up to the front. Alright, so who have we got? We have got Scoundrel and Puddler Fladge. So who was the other one? Was it Stealth Walker? Alright, Stealth could be interesting here for one simple reason. Stealth was using Sunfac in the reinforcements, and that can be annoying. So I don't know if he's still doing it, but we'll find out, because I think Stealth does something that means that IG-88 doesn't come first in. Okay, so same as before, hunted on Houndstooth. We're going to basic Razor Crest. I'm going to try and play this through a bit quicker just so that I'm not stalling so much. So we pass the turn meter, do the mass assist on Razor. Thankfully, we're getting some good AI decisions for our side, at least, as far as they're not calling assists from Razor and Xanadu, they're calling Houndstooth a few times. Ability block Houndstooth. We're going basic Xanadu. They'll basic the Echelon, turn meter up, and nuke. Okay. So again, basic on Razor. Ring and Plow. I've said this a few times, we need another Plow. We need another ship like it. Okay, so Horn's the one that's coming in here. So, same as IG, we can just stun it, give a turn to Silencer, and nuke it. So, nice and simple. At this point, we're just going basic over there. We're going Force a Taunt just so that when Houndstooth takes a turn, it will put Breach on Plow. There we go, basic there. Okay, so again, we're just going basic with Silencer. You don't really want to use the specials on the Finalizer. You just want to use basic wherever possible. So again, we're going to use the ability block just to try and get rid of protection up. As you can see, we got rid of all of it. We have got advantage and we got crit damage up, so this should be a kill shot. Lovely. Alright, so basic on Razor Crest. Basic again, because it's all we can do. And if you aren't already familiar enough, I would say that this is a guaranteed win at this point, because the only thing that can stop me is if some really bad dodges happen. And we're talking like catastrophic dodges. So yeah, in we go. And you know what? I would like to nuke, but I'm thinking let's just save it. To nuke or not to nuke, I feel like I'm getting into a political broadcast here. Alright, turn meter up. Basic. Okay, basic again. And again. Double tap to give turn meter, and it looks like Echelon, the Razor Crest will die on this. Nice and easy does it. So yeah, it's a pretty comfortable counter Finalizer. I mean, I'm hoping that I can get into position to face Rose. It's only shoot your face. Chronos has got a R9 fleet though, so I think we'll go for Chronos. But yeah, that should be a fun one. So just looking at my accounts, we've got 3 minutes left until I can do a battle here, and that will be to jump to 3rd against Betongkeps. So I'll show you 7-star Executor next. Okay, so we are back. We've got this Betongkeps battle. So, just for clarity, Betongkeps, R9 Piet, so we've got that to keep in mind. Also, we've got an R8 BAM, I believe. Yep, we got an R8 BAM. Again, my face cam cover that up. Take my word for it. We've got an R7 CAD. I will show that one. There we go. And finally, the Bosk, I believe, is R7. R7, yeah. So just show that for you. There you go. So it's not the most tripped out of fleets, but it's still pretty big. So I didn't actually show you mine. I've got R7 Bosk. Over here, I've got an R7 BAM. I forgot to click on it. Take my word for it, I'm not going to fib you. And then we have got an R5 CAD Bane. So nothing too fancy here. So let's get into battle. Let's show you how I play it. So in they come. So R9, they will always go first. That makes the mirror matches actually a little bit easier because you always know what's going to happen. So we force the taunt onto Houndstooth. We're going to clear the debuffs off Razor Crest. Okay, they do their double tap. Now, this is actually a little bit out of order. So this is quite good for recording purposes, but I'm curious if I'm going to win it now. Oh, no, I'm right. Sorry, I'm completely misremembering my turn order here. So we're going special on Houndstooth, and we're going to call Xanadu Blood to assist. The reason we don't basic is because if we use the basic, we would mark Houndstooth. There we go, now we're back to where I thought I was. So we're going to use the special with Razor Crest assisting on Xanadu Blood, same as the 5-star mirror. So they get the blue contract first. It looks a bit of a concern. Slave 1 comes in, they do the AoE, but they can only hit Houndstooth. We're going to target Slave 1 and bring in our own Slave 1. That way it forces ability block onto Slave 1. And then we're going to target Houndstooth and do the special. That way we hit Xanadu Blood, but we don't get countered. Then finally, we are going to basic Xanadu out of there. Now at this point, we're just stalling a little bit, so we're just going basic. We're going basic again. Yeah, well, that works a little bit. We get a counter. Could have gone for Houndstooth, it went for Slave 1. Okay, so do the mass attack on Houndstooth. Simply put, we're going to be able to land things a lot better there. There's no chaff. Similarly, basic here, we might be able to remove the taunt. Yep. Alright, so we've got an open board right now if we can go full. So Slave 1's got a big damage dealing AoE, so we won't get rid of that. So call Slave 1 to assist on Slave 1. And you know what? We're going to target Houndstooth and do the seismic charge. Okay, so from here it's pretty much smooth sailing. Okay, so they have got the red contract. It's a little bit of a concern, but we should still be comfortable here. I could have bought Ebenork in here, but honestly I like to show how you get on without it. So double tap on Razor if we can. Let's do the AoE, that should stop them using specials, getting breach out. Okay, a little bit messy that. Okay, this is going to be fun to see how it plays out. Yeah, I think Ebenork might help to slow down their contract, but still, now they can't ignore taunt. So we should still be fine here. Again, it's a little messier than I intended this to be, but I don't tend to lose against Betongkeps, so this guy's got a pretty big fleet, but it's usually beatable even if they get the ult. So who's coming in? Tie advanced. So we do the seismic charge again. There we go. Not much left on Houndstooth. Let's do this just so that they can't go for a second ultimate. There we go. Just do a basic here for a minute. Alright, they healed up tie advance, but it's no big deal that. Do the AoE. This is the thing, even though I've lost my capital ship, I've still got 5 ships to their 2, and they've got no AoEs at present. They bring in the bomber. Fair enough, that has got an AoE, but it's not high damage dealing. So if I do this, and this, And let's just get rid of TIE Advance so it doesn't do anything too big there. Let's just focus on the bomber a minute. But yeah, I would say that this was a messier battle than I'm used to. I'm not exactly sure if I misplayed by not bringing Ebenork in. But again, I'd like to show that you don't need Ebenork, because I know that there will be people who are like, oh, but that's Cantina, I don't want to go for Cantina. I agree, it's a pain in the backside. I didn't have it for the longest time on this account, but I used to climb. So it's there as a luxury for me, but you can climb without it. What I would say, if you want to play it safe, don't bring an IG like I did, bring an Ebenork. It will just slow down their contract a little bit. But yeah, you could even do it the other way around. I might even try and demonstrate that, because I could do another battle against Betongkeps, I think, where you do Ebenork first and then Slave 1. Alright, is Crimson ready? Yeah, Crimson's ready. Let's do a battle against Chronos. Same fleet as before. Let's go. So yeah, this is R9. I didn't actually show the levels, but Chronos is our R9 Executor. So again, that is going to hurt us. So it's a question, will Echelon survive? So we'll do the basic, and now it's in the hands of RNG. All right, we just about survived. You can see there, we were close. He nearly went. We do the mass attack to recover some health, and we got lucky. The assist was from Houndstooth, and again it was from Houndstooth, so that was luck. Alright, we're going basic on Xanadu Blood, that heals up Echelon, and we're going to pass turn, nuke Xanadu. That didn't kill it, but one basic should. There we go. Alright, so again, it's a little bit dicey when you get these extra relic levels. Turn meter up. Alright, so TIE Interceptor. I'm not exactly sure why Chronos has this in his fleet, if I'm going to be honest. I'm in two minds about what to do here. I'm going to put ability block on Houndstooth for a minute. We're going basic there. I haven't got a clear attack plan when Interceptor's there, because I always go for the spare ship. I always think it's just good to get an early kill, but I won't lie, it kind of throws me off when Interceptor's here because it's not doing anything. There we go, we got the kill. So, okay, that wasn't nice. We're going to call the assist, and we'll do it on Razorcrest. Gives us advantage and crit damage up. We'll do a basic on, or we'll try to do a basic on Houndstooth. Okay, so it puts breach onto Plow, that's what we want. Turn meter up, and we have got crit chance and, sorry, we have got advantage and crit damage up. We haven't got rid of the protection up though, so we won't get a kill, but it did a little bit. Ooh, no, that wasn't nice. Yeah, I didn't like that. Okay, Ebenor, can you come? It's really nasty when I have a command shuttle or silencer get breach on them, because the AI for Razorcrest is almost hard-coded to go for them then. Okay, we're going to keep basicing. Houndstooth's gone. At this point, we're in a much more comfortable position than we were. Again, that AoE's wasted. It goes for get rid of Plo Koon. We've got advantage, so we should be able to nuke Slave 1. And yeah, from here, pretty comfortable. So, yeah, the best thing I can say, this general strategy I go for is you essentially want to get Xanadu Blood out as soon as you can. Then whatever the next reinforcement is, so IG-2000, Mining Falcon, TIE Interceptor, whatever it might be, get rid of that. I mean, look at that, we've charged up enough now, we can just one-shot IG-2000. So, get rid of the first reinforcement. Then you want to try and make sure Plo's taking the breach, just so that command shuttle silencer isn't. And then from there, it's all about just trying to get Houndstooth out as quick as you can, that way you can focus on Razorcrest. So, pull the assist. Nice and easy. And I think that might be the first time I've used Special Forces, because usually I don't need it. Plo dies usually, but I don't need a reinforcement by that point. So the other two first order ships are kind of luxury, especially the first order TIE pilot. I very rarely use that when I'm climbing. So yeah, now I'm a little bit short on crystals, but just for the point that if I'm right, Temmin hasn't got a battle for a minute yet, so I'm going to do a quick refresh on Rose. I'm bigging up Rose a lot here, but I want to just see how I get on here, because I've said it before, I've been nuked a few times by his AoE, so I want to see if it happens here. So let's put the Hunted out there on Houndstooth. We're going to basic over there, and once again it's in the hands of RNG. No, we just about survived. That was actually quite good compared to the Chronos one. Mass attack. Alright, now that called Xanadu Blood for the assist. Yeah, so we lose the Echelon, so actually it was worth doing this. So we are going to use the ability block again. We're going to basic here. Now, what happens next is, yeah, Silencer gets a bonus turn essentially because we gain turn meter via that debuff. So we go straight for the nuke. That isn't nice though, so we're going to basic just to get rid of Xanadu. I don't like that though, I'll be honest. Now we don't bring Plo in at this point, we haven't got debuffs that we need to cleanse, so we're going to bring in Ebonaught this time. Okay, so at this point, let's just basic over here for now. IG-2000 comes in. Okay. That's basic there. I don't like that. Let's put some chaff out again. Turn meter up. And let's just do that. I didn't think it would do much damage, but I thought let's just try and poke the bear, as it were. We'll call an assist from Silencer, just so we can get some hits on Houndstooth. Okay, Calf did his job. Basic again. We haven't got advantage, so we're just gaining it at this point. Ooh, don't like this. Ooh. Ooh, basic, yeah. Okay, we can bring in Plo, and this comes at a perfect time because we needed that heal. So, turn meter up. Basic. Thankfully, the AI for some reason goes for Plo. We'll take that. We're going to just get rid of all that gunk there. Put that there. Okay, Plo goes. Okay. So yeah, I think it's a sign that it can actually get very messy. I mean, once Silencer's gone, it's game over. But yeah, give Rose his credit. He's got a lot of relics on his ships, or a lot of good mods. So, well, a lot of good mods relative to ships. So that is a tough battle. I would probably need to R8 my crew, R8 my first order officer just to stand a better chance against him, but I don't necessarily need that. Alright, so the last one I'm going to show, well, actually saying that, I've done everything. I've just thought I don't need to do either of these battles, so I'm actually done. What I will do, I will stall a little bit, just see if I can do one more battle against Rose, just for the fact that, yeah, Rose is, he's a good one to try and beat. So I will try and record it, and if I cannot actually get a win against him, then I will show a stream highlight where I've beat him in the past, because again, I respect Rose. He's got a very good ships. Alright, so Hunted. Hopper basic. Alright, that was better. Okay, could have been worse. We got that. Basic again. And let's give turn meter and nuke. Alright, we can still do basic to get out. Alright, so bring in Plo. It's a little bit frustrating because the other one we had Echelon go, so it's like I would have liked to have showcased that a lot more cleaner. But just to show that it doesn't always happen. The only reason I ever bring in Plo is to clear debuffs. It's why I went for Ebonaught last time. Okay, so we can do that. Call the assist from Silencer. Okay, now that's what I don't like. Let's do that. We've got advantage, I believe, as well as crit damage up, so this should do some damage. Basic. And again. Okay, I don't like that. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, alright, this is not going big pretty. Abanault comes in. Something about Rose, he has this habit of making these matches on defense very messy. Okay. We've got advantage, so let's just nuke. Okay. So, we seem to be okay. Once you've got Houndstooth out, you can usually manage the battle, but yeah, I don't like losing command shuttle. Even in this situation where we're looking on top, I don't like it. So, let's just take it as a... Oh, hang on. This is why I don't like it. You never know if you're just going to end up regretting a misplay or something, like a dodge might happen. Let's bring in Special Forces, because I get the feeling we're going to lose Finalizer at this point, if I don't get the kill. Like that, a dodge. Basic. Okay, we're alright, we're alright. Okay. Yeah, call the assist, we should get Bam out. There we go. So yeah, that was alright in the end. But yeah, Rose has a habit against me. So yeah, I think I've shown enough here. I don't feel like I need to do any more battles. Perseus, to his credit, he's got what I would call the standard fleet as far as IG will come in, then Slave 1, I think. So I don't mean to sound nasty to Perseus, but he's got the best fleet for me to counter with Finalizer, so I appreciate that. Honestly, I prefer that, because if you've got something like Sunfac in there, which I'm surprised I haven't seen today, yeah, it can be a bit of a pain, because Sunfac's got the persistent taunt, or the inconsistent taunt, I should say, as far as whenever there's someone with a buff heal taunt, and it just pulls you away from going for Houndstooth at times. So yeah, not to mention he's tanky as well. It's very hard to get Sunfac out at times. So yeah, I'm glad I haven't faced one, but I kind of wish I had, just to showcase it. But anyway, I've recorded for 52 minutes here, so hopefully I've got enough here to demonstrate to you how I climb. If you've got any questions, leave them for me in the comments. I would have done a 5-star exec versus a 7-star exec. The difficulty with showcasing that is the fact that it's down to RNG. The first move dictates it, so if I manage to keep my Razor Crest around long enough, then I can win. If my Razor Crest gets destroyed, I lose. It's as simple as that. It all depends on what happens with the Executor AoE from the opponent. So yeah, I could show it, but it's like I could spend an entire refresh. You know, I could do 5 full battles and I could lose every one of them. Just waiting for that one time when I don't get nuked. So yeah, it's not really worth it just showing it. But yeah, how I'm looking at this video, it's showing you how I climb, but it's also showing you good GAC counters as far as how Finalizer counters Executor at 7-star, and how you can win lower star Executor mirror matches, as well as higher star Executor mirror matches, plus Exec versus Profundity. So I think we've covered a fair few things here. Alright, so thank you very much for watching, thank you for listening to the rambling. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will be creating a lot more content for the channel. We've got Swaggo videos, we've got Death Stranding at the moment, and I have got plans for another series in the future, so please keep checking out my Let's Plays, because honestly, Let's Plays are something that I'm finding fun. So if you're interested, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch. Just follow me everywhere. Why not? Do me a favour. Alright folks, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now everyone.